Yushia Singha, or should I say in English? Hello, my name is Yushia, last name Tao, and I am Hmong, and I am a graduate assistant for international student services, and my major is in student affairs administration. So you may be wondering, what is Hmong? Where are the Hmong from? Well, let me explain it to you. Now that you're more educated about who the Hmong people are, let me teach you a little bit or some facts about the Hmong alphabet of the Hmong language. Fact: it is unknown whether there is a historic writing system for the Hmong, or whether there is one ever existed. This is true. So, a lot of our history were told orally or written in scripts. So the Hmong alphabet. The only Hmong alphabet that we know today to ever exist is the Pahua Hmong. The Pahua Hmong was invented by Shang Lu Yang in 1959. So it's a pretty new language, or a pretty new alphabet. And these are the characters. If I were to tell you honestly, I cannot read that. And to be told truthfully, we don't use this alphabet no more. It's pretty much a dead alphabet. So, what kind of Hmong alphabet do we use today? Well, we use the Romanized Popular Alphabet. Basically, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. But each letter is sound differently than its English pronunciation. And I'll give you some good examples in this video. So now that you know some brief history of the Hmong language or the Hmong alphabet, let's get started how to pronounce some of these alphabets. So, first and foremost, you may see these letters right here and think just A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, sad to tell you, they don't sound like that in my language. So for example, the A is actually a sound, or it is pronounced ah. The B doesn't actually have a sound in the Hmong language. It's used as a tone. I will go into that in more detail soon. And the C is pronounced Dio. D is pronounced Do. E is pronounced E. F is pronounced Fa. G, like B, doesn't have a sound because it's used to be a tone, which I would explain later. H is Ha. I is E. J is also used for a tone. K is Ka. L is La. M is Ma, and it's also used for a tone. N is Na. O is Ah. P is Ba. Q is Ga. R is Da. S is Sha, but also used for a tone. T is Da. U has no tone, has no pronunciation, but is used for a tone. Va is also used for a tone. And W, I don't know how to write it down as a romanization, so it's actually pronounced U. And then X is Sha, Y is Ya, and Z is Ja. As I said earlier, the ending of a word can make a word a whole different word. For example, I spelled Mi'a. So the B is a higher sound This means baby. Mi ah. This is mi ah. The V is a lower tone. So this is baby, mi ah. It's the ground. So, a warning. There are some words that you can say that mean something, but can mean something that is not that word that is bad. That could be a bad word. So, if you want to learn this language, make sure you get your vowels or the ending of the sound correctly. Because there are some common words that if you mispronounce it, are very bad words. You've been warned. Here is a better explanation of the tones at the end of a word. So, we're going to be talking about these right here. These are your tones. The B, the S, the J, the V, the M, and the G. So, B is the highest sound. If it doesn't have anything at the end of it, it's mid-range. Low range, high fallen, mid-rising, creaky, and low falling breathly. I will demonstrate or give you an example of how to pronounce these. So, this is ball. It's a high tone. Ball. And then there's just ball. Ball. It's mid-tone. Ball. And then this is thorn. And it is pronounced ball. It's low. Ball. Ball. And then this is the next word. It is a high falling. So listen to my tone at the end, how it's a high falling pronunciation. This is ball. 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 See how it goes high and low? Ball. So that's ball. Means female. And so this is the V, it's ball. It's a mid-rising. It's not high and it's not falling, it's rising slowly. Ball. 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 And the M, which is a creaky sound. C or C, it's ball. 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 And then the G is the low falling breathly. So I would demonstrate it for you. So this is grandmother. Ball. See how you're saying it lowly, but it's also you're breathing harsh, and it's a falling. Ball. 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 And if you still don't understand, go back and rewatch this clip, and hopefully you will understand the second time. So the Hmong language is broken down into two parts basically when you are sounding the sound. For example, once you learn the sound of a word, for like this one, the N is na, and this is ya for the Y sound. So if you put it together, it's nya. But because this is all nya, so it's actually like a two-part of a word. So nya, ah, nya. And then this is, you might think this is zoo, but it's actually different. So if there is a Hmong word that has two of the same letter, it's kind of like Japanese. It actually like exaggerates. So it's broken down like this. So you know this is a za sound, but this is ong. So zone, or if you want to pronounce it correctly, zhong. So this is actually hello. Is it pronounced nya, shong? Or if you want to sound it out correctly, it's na, ya, o, zong, nya, zhong. Or simply in English, hello! So, you want to learn some common words in the Hmong language? Let's get started. Earlier, I showed you how, well, I actually showed you what hello was already, from breaking down those letters. Hello is nyajong in my language. No is kind of complicated in my language. It's not exactly one word that is no. So for example, if I say, do you want to go to the store? And that's in English, it's just no. But in the Hmong language, you have to put a subject to it. So for example, I just said, do you want to go to the store? I say in my language, no in my language to answer that is samu, which is I don't want to go. We don't have exactly a word that is no. Goodbye in my language is shijido. Good night is bujongka. Please is ta. If you want to say I'm sorry, it is tazi. If you want to say I love you, it is kuluka. If you want to say I like you, it is gunyaka. And some sentences that you may want to learn when you are first meeting someone in the Hmong is, first of all, my name is. So my name is Yushia Tao. I'll say that in Hmong. Gulumbe ya Yushia Tao. And if you want to ask someone their name, you can just say, Golumbe Yadachi. What is your name? Golumbe Yadachi. Another helpful phrase is I don't understand, right? So if you don't understand the Hmong language or you don't understand what they're saying, you can just say Guchi Tao Tao, which is I don't understand. Guchi Tao Tao. It's probably kind of hard to pronounce, but with practice, you can get it. And of course, one of the words that is the most polite is thank you, which is Wachao. Congratulations in the Hmong language is Xia. How are you in Hmong is Gonyalikia. Or simply, if you directly translate that as how have you been living? So, there are some words that are in Hmong that we say that if we directly translate it, it makes no sense at all. For example, in the Hmong language, Joto is a bad word, but I'm not going to teach you the real meaning behind it, but Joto directly translated means tiger bite. I don't know why that's insulting, but from what I heard from the stories is that the Hmong people used to live in the mountains of Laos, Thailand and China, where tigers used to, live and roam. So when someone said Nyajoto, which is you tiger bite, it basically means you deserve to get eaten by a tiger. So that's kind of like an insult. So now that you have learned some Hmong words, go out and talk with some Hmong people. See if you can use the lesson I taught you in real life situations. And if you still want to learn more, you can always go to YouTube, Google, and research it yourself the language you want to learn. This is just the basics I'm teaching you. And again, I'm no professional at teaching this language. I'm just a native speaker. So I hope you had fun watching this video, and I hope you got a little bit educated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, Gulumbe yo yishiato, Shinji ne